Hello listeners, this is 107.8 Puduvai Vaani, the community radio station of Pondicherry University. This program is Just Relax. Stress and tension is an universal disease in today's world. If we see, we won't find anyone without stress. This is one of the most ridiculous diseases in today's world, and managing this stress is a huge task. It's not so easy to do this, but Dr. Vivek Sharma is here with us with some beautiful ideas and tips to manage this stress. Let's listen to him.
Good evening, friends. In the last program, we discussed about the importance of the courage and of the healthy lifestyle habits, how these things are extremely important for us to maintain our correct attitude. Today we are going to talk about something which is extremely easy to understand, but it is very difficult to do. That is hard work. The important thing about hard work is that it earns the reputation for us. If we know we are known as the hard workers, our life actually becomes very easy. Every time everybody says that he is a hard worker, actually a hard and smart worker to be precise, it actually he is saying is this person is true to his work. So it is extremely important to keep on working till the time and beyond that time when the people start calling us the hard worker. Now it is not by a chance, again, as I have told earlier also, that a person who is going to the heights, that it is not because of the chance, but it is because of systematic effort which he has made over years with the correct attitude, with the complete integrity and character of the personality. 60 to 80 hours per week a person spends for approximately 5 to 15 years before they are recognized in their fields. Now Thomas Jefferson, he said beautifully this sentence: the harder I work, the luckier I get. It simply shows the importance of the hard work. The harder I am working in this life, it is sure that I am going to be luckier in the sense. It is equally important to be a smart worker. We should not just keep on working hard, but we should also utilize our time in a systematic manner. That is what we have discussed in the previous sections. That is the time management, the structuring of the time to our maximal benefit. When we structure our time to the maximum benefit and we put in complete effort, hard effort into it, then definitely we are going to be luckier. Now we need to learn from the nature. The duck keeps paddling relentlessly underneath, but on the surface it appears smooth and calm on top. That is how we should be. We should try to look calm from outside, but internally we should always be focused and always be earnestly working to look for our tasks in the life and to accomplish the tasks in our life. Once there was a great violinist with the name Fritz Chrysler, and he finished a concert. And someone came up to the stage and he congratulated him and he said, "You have really done very well, sir, and I would give my life to play the way you do." Then Chrysler, what he replied? He says, "Yes, I did." He did give his life to become a great violinist of that caliber. So nobody has reached in this life to the heights without putting lots of efforts for decades. Then only he has to be recognized in his field. There is no magic wand for success. In the real world, the success comes to doers and not to the observers. There are always two types of peoples in any sort of gatherings. First are the doers and others are the observers. Now it is for us to choose whether we want to be a doer in our life or we want to be the observer. Let others do everything in my own life. For example, a horse that pulls cannot kick, and a horse that kicks cannot pull. Now again, it depends on the horse whether it wants to be a kicker or he wants to be the puller. Now let us pull and we stop kicking ourselves and others. Let us start focusing on the work and do real hard labor. Without hard work, there is no success. I'll take an example to explain this point again. There was a flood that was threatening a small town, and everyone was leaving for safety except for one man. That man was very religious, and every time he would say, "No, I will not go from here. God will save me. I have complete faith in my God." Then all the people, they started leaving the town. As the water level started rising, a jeep came to rescue him. And that man again refused. He says, "No, I will not go with you. God will come over here. He will save me. I have complete faith. If my God is true, He will come and He will save me." Again the water level started rising. It went further up. And he went up to the second story of the house. Then a boat came to help him. Again he refused to go. He belied and said, God will save me. I have full faith in my God. I am not going to budge from here. Again the water kept rising and the men climbed on to the roof. Then a helicopter came to rescue him. But again he said the same thing. God will save me. I have full faith in my God. Then finally what happened? He drowned. He died. When he reached his maker, God, he angrily questioned him. He says, God, I had complete faith in you and I always relied completely on you. But then why did you ignore my prayers and let me drown and die? Then the Lord replied, Son, think over. Who do you think sent you the jeep, the boat and the helicopter? It was me only who was sending all the things, but at least you had to climb, you had to come in any of these vehicles. But you were not ready to listen. So what it tells is, nature gives birds their food but does not put it in their nest. So everybody gets whatever he wants in this life, but it is only possible through the hard work in a smart way with the correct attitude. Everybody has to work hard for it. Nothing comes easy in this life. Now Milton rose every morning at 4 a.m. to write Paradise Lost. Now it took Noah Webster 36 years to compile the Webster's Dictionary, which is now on the desktop of each and every person. Every small accomplishment in the life requires hard work and are better than big talks. So it is important to realize if we allocate 2 hours to a work, we think that we will be able to finish 2 hours in the work. As I have told in the previous section, dedicate 2.5 hours to give 20 to 30% time more than our best guess for that work is, and then put our heart and our mind into it and let the work be done with full force. Excellence comes when the performer takes pride in doing his best. It is also extremely important not only to work hard but also enjoy the work while we are doing. Saint Francis of Assisi, he said, start by doing what is necessary, then what is possible, and suddenly we find that you are doing the impossible thing. It is so true in the life. If we start doing only what is necessary and then what is possible, and we put in complete hard work and labor for it, of course a smart work, then surely it is like that people will be thinking that he is an impossible person, he can do anything. So as Kim Hubbard, a person, he said, if you work for a man, for heaven's sake, work for him, don't waste your time. In average day, what we see, we go to any office or we go to any corporate or we go to any institute. Average 50% of the time is wasted in chit-chatting. People go for reading newspaper, they go for internet surfing, they belittle themselves or others, and there are numerous coffee breaks, and ultimately the time is wasted. If all the cumulative time is wasted, it means our nation is actually wasting its time. So if all the crores of the people, they utilize their own 1 hour, they know the importance of every minute and every hour, then surely our nation will know the more importance of the time, and we all will become more systematic, more planned as a society. Work all the time, you work. That is the principle, that is the take-home message. Work all the time, you work. Do not waste the time. Every time there is any sort of diversion, focus yourself, get back to work. In the book Peace of Mind by James Allen, he says, a man who wants to improve the surroundings but is unwilling to improve oneself remains bound. So we have to keep on working, and we should not wait for others to do all the things for us, and we should change ourselves. Do it right the first time, every time. The best insurance for tomorrow is a job well done today. So one day Michelangelo was working on a statue for several days, and he was taking a long time to retouch every small detail, which seemed rather insignificant to bystander. They were thinking about why this fellow is again and again nudging on these small points. Nobody will notice them. Then when asked why he did it, Michelangelo replied, trifles make perfection, and perfection is not trifle. So if we want to be perfect in our lives, or not to be perfect but to be best what we can do in our life, it is extremely important that we take care of the trifle things and keep on removing them, small by small nudges, small by small efforts, small by small tasks accomplished. Most people forget how fast you did a job, but they will always remember how well it was done, how true it is. We all remember all the people when the job is done, whether it was finished it in 1 day or in 1 month, but we always remember the value of the job ultimately when it was completed. If a man is called to be street sweeper, he should sweep streets. Even as Michelangelo painted or Beethoven composed music or Shakespeare wrote poetry, he should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, "Here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well." In the world, God also, as many traditions say, He does not look how much we accomplish, but He looks at the attitude of the person and how nicely or how much input we have given to accomplish that work. Alexander Graham Bell was desperately trying to invent a hearing aid for his partially deaf wife. He failed at inventing a hearing aid, but in the process discovered the principles of telephone. You cannot call such a person that he was lucky. By chance only he got it done. No, he was making a systematic effort for doing all those things. So good luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Preparation means hard work, continuous work. Without effort and preparation, lucky coincidences do not happen. So everywhere we have energy suckers and time wasters. We should always be very careful of these people who are the energy suckers and time wasters. They will come, they will sit, they will do idle chit-chatting. They are the masters of that. And like a virus, they will spread this infection around, and they will go and they will gossip and they will tell the stories to each and every person. While in the work, beware of them and always remember, work while you work. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about how we can double our productivity in every day. How can we double our time? How we can be the most valuable person in our industry. The rules are very simple. Every person is expected to do 8 hours of work as per the law, whereas it depends on the society or on the working culture how much we are actually putting in. The only simple rule to increase our productivity is start 1 hour earlier than before our usual time. It looks like an odd suggestion, but actually it is true. If we start putting 1 hour, only 1 hour earlier than other people, we are not starting when we are expected to start, but 1 hour earlier, then actually this 1 hour can make us totally stabilized in our department before everybody has come. It gives us uninterrupted work hour where we can accomplish our time, and at the same time it also gives us the opportunity to look something beyond the work. It will allow us the time to imagine for different things that we can do while in the office itself. That means we can improve our skills. If I am a computer specialist, then it may give me some extra time to look to design better computer, to know how to work on software, or how to look for something beyond that I have done till now in the computer program. If I am a doctor, it can give me some more time to study about the disease of the patients and to think slightly beyond whatever I have been in the usual circumstances. By the time everybody comes, then I am set with my work. I have got uninterrupted work and I am totally now in machine in the full flow. So everywhere we find that this is a very bad habit or a very lacking thing in our system, that in our Indian system, from the Westerners, we have taken wrong things, but this industrious activity we have not taken from them. So they are always punctual in time, and we all can be. If we make this habit that we all will not only will be punctual, but we are going to invest 1 hour for our own sake more than the others, it is going to give us the great result. Second is lunch hour. Usually lunch hour is for 1 hour or 40 minutes. During this time, what we do, usually people have lunch and then they just chit chat and do something. We should utilize each and every time, every moment of our office hours. Either we should use this lunch hour, finishing the lunch within 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and to relax completely for the rest of the time, or we can simply utilize the rest of the 30 minutes to work again. We focus ourselves again and we keep on working over there again and again. So that again this 30 minutes will be free time. It will be not to accomplish the usual activities, but it will be something that we want to do. We can read some good book, or we can simply try out different methodologies to solve the same problem, something like that. So we use the lunch hours either to completely relax, go for a fast nap, or we utilize it for working more. Both of these activities are ultimately going to help us in utilizing our faculties in the best possible way. And third thing is work 30 minutes later than the rest of the people. It may be possible for some but may not be possible for all. But it's a general suggestion for the people. Wherever possible, come nearly 1 hour earlier and take around 30 minutes more time before you leave the office. Again, this will be the habit which will be immediately noticed by your seniors. And just don't do work 1 hour before and the last 30 minutes. Keep on working for whole of the day. Be the one to put off the lights. Do not shirk from working hard. Usually the business owners whom we say that they are very lucky and they have big houses and big things and all that, people say that they are lucky. No, they do concentrated work and they work more in a planned manner. If we add these 3 extra hours to our work, or 2 to 2.5 hours of the extra work, they are equivalent to 6 hours of productive work. So let us keep asking this question again and again from us. What is the most valuable use of my time now? What is it that I can do now? And if we are digressing from our main objective, this will again put us back onto our goal. What is the most important valuable use of my time now? And usually the path of least resistance, that is what we are usually slipping into our usual habits, again we will get back. So keep on reminding yourself and get back to work. Get started and get going. 7th rule which I would like to discuss with you is continuous learning program. Now this is again which is everybody knows, but how many of us are actually doing? People get into the job and they know that they will be permanent in their job, and then they stick to their jobs, and then ultimately they expect that after some time they will be automatically promoted to the next level. But it actually does not happen, because we have qualified to get to that job, but we have not added anything while on the job to make us fit to go to the next level. To earn more, you must learn more. That is the principle. There is always, now the world is connected. It's like a global village. So much of information is coming, and each and every profession is changing so fast. We are actually in an age where new knowledge and skills are extremely important to make it possible for us to grow further. Jim Rohn once said, work at least as hard on yourself as you do on your work. So we should keep on working on ourselves, and we should keep on improving our own skills. It should be equal to the time as we are spending for the hard work. As I told you in the previous section, if we just have little bit time more, half hour to 1 hour more in the office hours, it will give us some leverage of time which can be utilized for improving our skills. So in the same office hours, in the same time, it will give us the energy, it will give us the time, it will give us the enthusiasm to improve. We know that we are better than what we were earlier, and we can continuously keep learning over there. This I'll try to explain by a story. This story goes for a very strong and skilled woodcutter who asked for a job with a timber merchant. This woodcutter went to the timber merchant. He says that I want a job and I am very good at my work. Timber merchant saw him and he got the job, and he gave him a good salary also, and he gave him decent working condition. And so the woodcutter was determined to do his best for the boss. He wanted to show his best. So his boss gave him an axe, and on his first day, woodcutter went and chopped down 15 trees. And he came back in the evening and he was very happy. The boss was pleased and said, well done, good work. Next day, he was very much motivated. The woodcutter tried harder the next day, but then he found that he could cut only 13 trees. So he was a bit disappointed, but anyways, he went on there to the third day and he tried even harder, but he was only able to bring down 11 trees. Days after days, he kept on trying harder and harder, and he kept on working more and more, and again he was more and more disappointed, but he found that he is cutting down smaller number of trees. So he started doubting himself. He started saying, I must be losing my strength. And he went to the boss and he apologized to him, claiming he just cannot understand why it is happening to him. So the boss looked at him and asked a simple question. When was the last time you sharpened your axe? This person was very much amazed. He said, sharpen? I never had any time to sharpen my axe. I was always too busy cutting down the trees. So he went back, he sharpened his axe again, and on the next day when he started working, he found that he could fell 15 trees in a day, the one which he did on the first day. And since that conversation, he begins the day by sharpening his axe. So the next day when he goes to his workplace, the timber merchant, what the suggestion he gave, he would go first, he would sharpen his axe, then only he would start his work. So how true it is, how much it is applicable even to the modern day person. Whatever profession we are in, whether I am a student, whether I am a teacher, a doctor or anything, it is extremely important to hone my skills in my field. If I am not doing that, the hard work will not give me anything. Ultimately, it will create more and more doubt in myself. So most leaders are too busy doing and trying to achieve that they never take time to learn and grow. They simply stay back where they were and they have no time to learn and grow, and ultimately their leadership capabilities are no more respected. Most of us don't have the time or patience to update our skills, our knowledge and our beliefs about an industry, because we know that even the industry is changing so fast. Whatever was the belief yesterday, that is not applicable today. People are no more talking about gramophones. If we go with the idea that gramophone is the best thing in the business, then surely we will be considered as the mad people. So yesterday were CDs, then came DVDs, now came Blu-rays. So now we cannot stick to one place. As the system is changing, we should always hone our skills, prove ourselves day by day. Only by hard working it will not work. We should always update our skills. So, or to take time, we should take time to think and to reflect what we are doing. So many assume that learning ends at school, and after that we need not do anything. We have already passed, and after school or college we have got the degrees, and if I am an accountant, I can continue working in the same way, same fashion. Whether the rules are changing or not, it does not matter. Ultimately, we find that we become a hard worker but not a smart worker. So we should work hard, and smart work also is needed. So what is exactly sharpening the axe? We all know the person Dr. Stephen Covey, the person who has written the book 7 Important Steps to Success. He popularized the term, believed that it increasing your personal production capacity by daily self-care and self-maintenance. As we maintain our vehicle, as we maintain our all the books, all the things, it is equally important to do the self-care and do the self-maintenance job. Most people fail to understand what it actually means and mistake it for taking a break or vacation. They think they will keep on working hard, then ultimately they will go for a break or they will go for a vacation for 15 days, 20 days, and then again they will start doing the same things. It's not taking the break or vacation. That is a totally different component. That is also important. So if you are overworking yourself and your productivity is dropping, important thing is take a break, go back, sharpen your axe, and then come back again to your working place. When you put down a dull blade, the blade will still be dull when you pick it up. So if you give a break to the blade, it will not start shaving in the best possible way. So the woodcutter does need downtime to rest, but it is not sharpening the axe. Sharpening the axe means that the sharpening of the blade is extremely important. Analyzing new wood cutting techniques. Now we should exercise to become stronger, and we should learn from the other woodcutters. If all these things we are doing in our life, then surely we are also going to be benefited. Sharpening the axe is an activity, as I have just told in this example. You can also sharpen the axe of your life. And a few examples which I can share with you are: read a book every day. Read at least 60 minutes a day or 1 hour a day. If we keep on doing like that, in a week or so, we will be finishing one book. That actually translates to 52 books per year, or 250 books roughly in 5 years. Now it means a person who does PhD, if we keep on reading one book, we have done equivalent to the PhD in our field of skill. If we keep on reading 1 hour per day in our field activity, and we continue doing that for next 5 years or so, it is equivalent to doing PhD in our field of skill or habit. Whenever we are actually going in any vehicle, in our car or anything, let us put on some useful CDs and listen to the CDs. Let us not waste our time for unnecessary things. In the meantime, we can also attend these structured courses in our skill area. If we learn only one technique per year and we practice it for whole year, it is good enough to change the things. So read a book every day, look for these structured courses. Now let us get out of our comfort zone by changing our jobs. By changing jobs, a new job forces you to learn. Does not mean that you leave your job technically. What I aim to say is comfort zone. We are actually doing only a part of the job that is done. If a person is a software engineer, he may be working on a small aspect of it. Let us look beyond it. What we can go beyond our job techniques and try to use it over there. Have a deep conversation with someone you find interesting. Sharpen your axe through that interaction, and it is extremely good way of actually de-stressing yourself is picking up a new hobby. Somebody likes piano and starts playing piano every day. It actually is going to de-stress the people a lot. Stretch yourself physically, mentally or emotionally. Study something new which actually again puts back the life in us, and overcome a specific fear you have, or you have to quit a bad habit. If you just focus it, it is just like sharpening your axe. And have a daily exercise routine or take part in some competition. Competition for the sake of not winning, but competition for the sake of enjoying the things to be done in the least possible time. Now, if an average Indian, as the statistics show, increase roughly around 3% of their income per year, but the more skilled persons, they have higher chances of promotion. They can even go up to 10% per annum. If we go like that, in 7 years, we double our income. And if we are capable of honing our skills better than the rest of our peers, and it is possible to have even 25% hike in our salary, and it will allow us to double the salary within 2 years and 8 months. And these benefits are life-changing. These are not only going to be the monetary gains, but they will change every aspect of our life. Everybody wants to improve him a lot. Everybody says, I want to give my 100%, I want to improve myself 100%. But we know beyond a point it is extremely difficult to change ourselves. We should keep on doing it. But a person can be a father, the same person can be a teacher, the same person is an uncle or any other relative to some other person. So all are playing multiple roles. What is important to see? If I want to improve myself 1000% in one field, it will be extremely difficult. But if I make an effort and I stress out to myself that I will improve myself 1% in 1000 aspects of my life, still I am 1000% better than my previous position. And it is lots easier to improve 1% in any field rather than 1000% in one field. So let us be smart. Let us identify the faults in ourselves, overcome them, improve ourselves 1% in all of them. For that, it is extremely important, if possible, that we go and we join some course or do something to learn the technique. Be willing to be a student and get a good mentor. The best teachers are those who will not give you something to drink, but they will make you thirsty. Look for someone who is around you, who is a good person, who is actually the master of the technique what you want to pursue, and those teachers will put you on the path to seek yourself. So that's it for today. We'll meet next time. If any questions or anything is my email ID drvivekssharma@yahoo.com. That is drviveksharma@yahoo.com. I'll be happy to take up any questions or queries. Thank you very much for today.
Hello listeners, I hope all of you are really happy and satisfied with Dr. Vivek Sharma's guidelines. Follow this in your life and for sure you'll achieve your goal in your life.